Hey everyone, Rodney Goldston here. Insights for Impact. This is the place for people looking to do work that matters, for people who care. And today, I'm talking all about how to get unstuck in your life. How to get unstuck in life. If we're honest, all of us, everyone, no matter how much, how little, no matter what you're doing, at some point in life, you're going to feel stuck. I heard someone say, either you're going into a valley or you're coming out of a valley. You're going into a trial or you're about to come out of a trial. And a lot of times when we're in that valley, in that trial, we feel stuck. We don't know where to go. It's like being in glue. At least it is for me. I get up, I don't know what to do. I've got so much in my mind. I don't know which direction to turn, and thinking about it all, I almost feel like I'm paralyzed. I feel stuck. I don't know what to do. So if that's you, if you experience that, if you know someone stuck in their life and looking for ways to help them, hopefully we'll figure out some things today. But I want to share a few things with you from a real experience that I had feeling stuck. So, what happened to me about a little over a year ago, just before COVID started, I got a call from my largest client. And they were calling to let me know that they were moving on. They'd been with me for quite a while, close to 10 years, I believe. And I hadn't done anything wrong. They were simply looking to get some fresh ideas, so they were moving on to a new agency. So I said, okay. And what I was feeling though was I was like, wow, I'm this is a big chunk of income, and I'm going to go broke, is what I thought. All types of things started running through my head. I thought, man, I'm going to lose my car. I'm not going to be able to pay my mortgage, and I was just fearful. And to make matters worse, about a week or so after that, I got a call from my doctor. I got in a physical. My doctor called me with a follow-up, and he said, Rodney, I'm concerned. And he had some things going on that really concerned him. And then I began to think, not only am I going to be poor, not only am I going to be a pauper, I'm going to die. I'm going to die poor. I'm going to lose my car, my house, and I'm going to die. And these thoughts were plaguing me so much, paralyzed me. And I didn't know what to do. And I recall one day I was out driving on my way to meet some friends, and I'm headed up, and I'm in my car, and my heart start pounding. I never experienced this before, and I was getting these heart palpitations, and I was stressing, and I was having a panic attack, and I had to pull my car over. This is so bad I couldn't drive. I pulled over, and I said, Siri, play some Les Brown, and Les Brown came on and said, greatness is within you. It ain't over until it's over. And I said, yes, Les, there's greatness within me, and it ain't over till it's over. And I sat there about 10 to 15 minutes listening to Les Brown and calming myself down, and went on to meet with my friends. And I got there and talked to one of my friends, and was sharing with him what my doctor told me. He said, hey, man, same thing happened to me. Stop taking all that protein powder you're taking. I said, is that it? He said, yeah. So I did that, and things worked out with my health, but I still felt stuck because I had lost this client. And so a couple of things that I did in my life I want to share with you. So the first thing is this, is that what I did was I decided I had to attack my day. I had to hit the ground running every day. There's a story that goes like this. It's about a lion and gazelle, and it says, every day in Africa, a lion wakes up and knows that it's got to outrun the slowest gazelle in order to eat. And then every day in Africa, a gazelle wakes up and knows that it's got to outrun the fastest lion to stay alive. The moral of the story is it doesn't matter whether you're the lion or the gazelle. When you wake up, you better hit the ground running. And that's what I decided to do. So every day I woke up, I hit the ground running. And here's a couple things I did. When I wake up, one, I get up. I don't lie in the bed. When I wake up, I get up. I hit the ground. I literally hit the ground. I sit up. I put my feet on the floor. That's number one. Number two, I cultivate a spirit of gratefulness. And I just say thank you. Thank you, Lord, that I am here. One more day to try and make it happen. I cultivate a spirit of gratefulness. I hit the floor. I cultivate a spirit of gratefulness. The third thing I do is I address my physical health. And one of the simplest and most important things that you can do to address your physical health, and your physical health is important because if you're not physically in condition to do the things that you need to do, you can't get them done. And what I do is I'm reaching here, I've got this water, and I keep this next to my bed. And I wake up in the morning, I hit the floor, I say thank you, and I immediately drink this entire bottle, hydrating my body. The next thing I do is I address my mindset. And I turn on my phone, I keep it next to my bed, and I like Les Brown. And so I immediately turn on some Les Brown. And I start putting that into my head, into my mindset. Because if I leave it to myself, I'll tell myself, I'm stuck. I can't do this. I don't know what to do. I'm going to die. I'm going to be poor. So I tap into other people. And what I suggest for you is that it could be Tony Robbins, it could be anything. It could be scripture, whatever motivates you. But you've got to get out of your own head. You've got to allow someone else to put something in your head. When you're feeling stuck, you can't continue with the story that you're telling yourself. So for me, I let Les Brown talk to me. And I'll listen for about an hour. I'll sit and I'll listen to Les Brown for about an hour. Just talk to me. Talk to me, Les. My wife say, I'll tell my wife, I gotta let Les talk to me. And I listen to Les Brown. Les says there's greatness within you. And I let that become my story. Les says it ain't over until it's over. And I believe that. And I start believing it. And I say, yeah, I lost that client. But it ain't over until it's over. Another thing Les Brown says that I like, he says, if there's no test, there's no testimony. I'm just being tested. I'm not stuck. I am just being tested. Without a test, I won't have a testimony. Without that test, I wouldn't be sitting here right now recording this video for you. So the first thing I do is I attack the day. I hit the ground running, and that's what you've got to do. If you're feeling stuck in your life, hit the ground running. Remember that story about the lion and the gazelle. It doesn't matter whether you're that lion or you're that gazelle. When you wake up, you better hit the ground running. You have to realize that you're not really stuck. And it occurred to me one day, I'm not stuck. I am not stuck. As long as I have my health and strength, and as long as Google will promote me, as long as YouTube will allow me to post videos for free and LinkedIn will allow me to post for free, I'm not stuck. I just have to be willing to keep moving. And this is a true story. And so, and if you follow me on my blog or Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube, wherever you follow me, you'll know that I'm constantly posting in these different places. And I just decided I'm just going to keep giving. I'm just going to keep putting out. I'm just going to keep pouring my talent, my gift into the world. And I got a call one day from a guy I had met maybe a year or two before at a networking meeting, and he said, "Hey, I've got some work I need you to do, or I'd like you to do." And we talked about it. By this time, COVID was in full effect, so we did all this over Zoom and phone calls. And I asked him, I said, "Well, what made you call me?" And he said, "Well, I see all these posts that you put on LinkedIn." Had never commented once on a post I had made. I would have no idea that he was watching, that he was seeing this. He said, "I see all the stuff you put on social media, and you stayed top of mind." So number two is, you aren't really stuck. You just have to be willing to keep moving. And remember, it costs you nothing to post on LinkedIn. It costs you nothing to put a video on YouTube. It costs you nothing to post on Facebook. Uh, just keep moving and realize that maybe you're not really stuck. The next thing is that you need to get around the right people. There's a saying that says, "Birds of a feather flock together." And I heard someone say that you're the average of the top 5 people that you spend the most time with. So if you don't want to be stuck, if you're trying to increase your income, build a better relationship, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish in your life, you've got to get yourself around people who are already doing what it is that you want to achieve. Oprah Winfrey puts it this way. She says, "Surround yourself only with successful people." Surround yourself only with successful people. Birds of a feather flock together. You've got to change your network. The next thing I did was I looked and I said, maybe what I'm doing is I'm going too broad. I'm making it I'm trying to do something for too many people. And so, one of the things with modern marketing is that mass marketing is dead. In the 60s and 70s, even the 80s, in order for companies to survive, they needed to have mass appeal. A cigarette company needed to sell to as many people as possible. But in your life, you don't. You simply need to tap into what Seth Godin calls the smallest viable audience. If you're trying to do it for everyone, you won't be able to do it for anyone. And so I changed my model, and I began to do a lot of these videos, and I'm so thankful. I got a notification from YouTube just the other day. 60,000 views on my YouTube channel. And that's not a lot. There are people obviously out there with millions and millions. But I am totally amazed and astonished and grateful that 60,000 people have watched my videos and watched my messages. And thank you all so much for those of you who comment. I'm very grateful. And that reminds me, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button, because it truly does help, and it encourages me to do more of this. The next thing that you want to do if you're feeling stuck in life, if you're looking to get your life unstuck, is that you've got to be able to understand and recognize the difference between excuses and roadblocks. So, how do we know what the difference is between an excuse and what a roadblock is? And here's what I say. You might be feeling like, I can't do whatever it is. I can't go back to school. I can't build my relationship. I can't get my business started or get it back going because I'm too, and pick your too ugly, too poor, whatever your too is. And then ask yourself this. Whatever it is that you said, if it hasn't stopped everybody from doing whatever it is that you're trying to do, then it's an excuse and not a roadblock. You're not really stuck. You're just making excuses. If being poor or not having enough money in the bank hasn't stopped everyone from starting the business, hasn't stopped everyone from buying that first investment property, hasn't stopped everyone from getting an MBA or going back to school or getting that high school diploma or getting that degree. If it hasn't stopped everyone who is trying to accomplish whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, then you're just making excuses. I heard someone say excuses are tools of the incompetent. They build monuments of nothingness and bridges to nowhere. And those who specialize in them are seldom good at anything else. If you want to get unstuck in your life, you've got to stop making excuses. Next is faith. If you want to get unstuck in your life and you're trying to move forward, you've got to have faith, both faith and persistence. You know, I heard Les Brown tell a story about the Chinese bamboo tree, and it goes like this: is over in Asia there's a what's called a Chinese bamboo tree, and the thing about the Chinese bamboo tree is that when you plant it, it takes 4 or 5 years for it to begin to grow. But over the course of those 5 years, you have to water it, you have to fertilize it, you have to care for it, and it does nothing. It just sits there. It's just like it's not doing anything. It's not growing. It's like it's stuck. But at any point you stop watering it or fertilizing it, it will die. But here's the amazing thing. The Chinese bamboo tree in the 5th year grows 90 feet in 5 days. So here's the question. Does the Chinese bamboo tree grow 90 feet in 5 days? Or does it grow 90 feet in 5 years? The obvious answer is that it grows 90 feet in 5 years. But if any point a person was to stop watering, stop fertilizing that dream, it would just die where it is. You're not stuck. You just need to continue to fertilize. You just need to continue to water your dream, to fertilize your dream, to care for your dream, to nourish your dream. You're not stuck. And finally, folks, if you want to get unstuck in life, you've got to be willing to put in the work. The W-O-R-K, W. You've got to be willing to do what is required. Oh, you've got to have optimism. I might feel stuck today, but I'm not down and out. It ain't over until it's over. R, you've got to be able to reinvent yourself. Be willing to reinvent yourself. As Les says, the thinking, your best thinking has got you where you are today, but your true thinking will get you where you want to be. And K, kindred spirits. Oh, I love that. A kindred spirit. You got to be willing to get out and network. You got to be willing, as we said earlier, birds of a feather flock together. You need to be willing to get around other people. You've got to be willing to put in the work. You've got to not only ask for help, and remember, you can ask for help not because you're weak, but because you're strong, but also offer help. If you want to get unstuck in life, you got to both ask for help and you got to offer help. So I hope that this has helped. I'm Rodney Goldston. Let me know in the comments section what your thoughts are, why you're feeling stuck. Just let me know. I'd love to communicate with you. And once again, thank you all so much for tuning in and allowing me to pour into you, and for pouring back into me, for leaving all the positive comments that you all do. Thank you once again. Rodney Goldston here, Insights for Impact, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you at the very top.